Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Okay, so I want to get into a lesson starting off in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter and the 4th verse. So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the elect. So I'll go ahead and I'll get straight into it. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. That's right. We understand that Esau's soul, his spirit, is not upright in him. Okay, we understand that Esau was made to be the wicked, and he is the wicked, pursuant to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 4. Okay, continuing on. But the just shall live by his faith. That's right. It says, but the just shall live by his faith. Okay, we understand that the just are the Israelites, starting with the elect. Okay, continuing on. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine. Okay, we understand that the wine is going to his philosophies. Okay, continuing on. He is a proud man. Who's a proud man? Esau, Edom. Okay, these damn devils are extremely proud, man. Okay, they set these plans many years out as if they're going to continue in power. They speak against the Lord. Okay, these damn devils are extremely proud, man. Okay, who's prouder than these Edomites, man? Okay, starting with these elites of Esau, Edom, man. Okay, continuing on. Need to keep it at home. That's right. It says need to keep it at home. Okay, that's why you see that the U.S. has over 700 military bases throughout the earth, man. Okay, that's why you see that they're everywhere that they shouldn't be, man. Okay, because these damn devils can't keep at home, man. Okay, continuing on. Who enlarged his desire is hell. That's right. It says who enlarged his desire is hell. And we understand, just like there isn't a limit on how many bodies go back to the earth that goes to the grave, there isn't a limit on how much Esau Edom desires, man. Okay, these damn devils can never have enough, man. The scripture goes into it in Psalms, the 73rd chapter and the 7th verse about how their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. Okay, these damn devils have more than they could ever imagine having in their lives, man. Okay, and it still isn't enough for these greedy damn Edomites, man. Okay, continuing on. And is as death. That's right. It says, and is as death. Okay, we understand that everywhere Esau Edom goes, death follows him, man. Okay, the scripture goes into it in John chapter 10 and verse 10 about how the thief cometh not but to steal, kill, and destroy. And this is exactly what Esau Edom has done throughout history. And these damn devils are still doing it during these times, man. Okay. Continuing on, while I read that again, and is as death and cannot be satisfied. That's right. It says it cannot be satisfied. Okay, no matter how much they have, it's never enough, man. Okay, you see that right now, their dwelling is the fatness of the earth. Okay, and it still isn't enough for these greedy damn Edomites, man. Okay, so I read that again, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathered unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. That's right. And we know that America, which is Babylon the Great, is known as a melting pot. Okay, you see that all these different nations are gathered here in America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, and what's the plans of these elites of Esau Edom? To make this CHIP, which is the MOTB, mandatory. Okay, you won't be able to buy or sell without taking that CHIP, which is the MOTB. But if you take it, you will be destroyed, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get what else I had. Okay, I'm gonna get this in Revelation, the 3rd chapter and the 10th verse. Okay, this is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience. And who are the ones that's going to keep the word of the Lord's patience? The elect. Okay, making our bodies a living sacrifice. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Okay, as the scripture goes into in Romans chapter 12 and verse 1, feeding the lamb and sheep of the Lord. Okay, continuing to be patient. Okay, and patience goes into suffering. Okay, so we understand the ones that's going to keep the word of the Lord's patience is the elect of the nation of Israel. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Okay, and by doing that, what's going to happen? I'll read this from the top again. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. And we know that the hour of temptation is when the CHIP which is the MOTB, is made mandatory. Okay, we know that you won't be able to buy or sell without taking that CHIP, which is the MOTB. Okay, but if you take it, you will be destroyed. Okay, so we understand what the hour of temptation is. Okay, continuing on, which shall come upon all the world. That's right, it says which shall come upon all the world. So we understand that this CHIP, which is the MOTB, will be made mandatory throughout the earth. Okay, continuing on, to try them that dwell upon the earth. That's right, it says to try them that dwell upon the earth. So we understand that everybody is going to be tested, man. Okay, everybody is going to be tested. But we know that ultimately only the elect of the nation of Israel will pass that test, man. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll get what else I had. I'll get this in 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter and the 11th verse. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll get straight into it. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us. And we understand that Satan goes into adversary. Okay, and when you look into the online etymology of the word adversary, it goes into unfriendly opponent, enemy. Okay, and we understand that these Edomites are the physical counterparts of Satan on the earth, man. Okay, so we know that these Edomites are our adversaries. Okay, so let me read this from the top again. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. That's right. It says, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Okay. And we understand that one of the devices of Satan is his media, man. Okay. And you see that through his media, people are influenced into doing certain things. Okay. We've seen a great example of this, you know, during the time of 2019, 2020, you know, when the pandemic was going on. Okay. You see how a lot of people, when they took that juice, man. Okay. And when you look at the statistics, you see that over 70% of Americans were fully juicinated, man. Okay. Over 70%. Not one, not two. They were fully juicinated, man. Okay. So we have seen how, you know, Satan get an advantage over a lot of these people, man. Okay. A lot of these people are ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Okay. And what ended up happening with a lot of these people that when they took it? Okay. A lot of them later had health problems. Okay. A lot of them got took out, man. Okay. So we understand what happens when you trust in this damn devil devices, man. But we understand that the elect of the nation of Israel won't be ignorant of Satan's devices, man. So like I just mentioned, we know one of the devices of Satan is his media, but we know that that main device of Satan is the CHIP, which is the MOTB, which will be made mandatory very soon throughout the earth, man. Okay. And we know that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be lined up into taking that CHIP, which is the MOTB, man. Okay. Because we know without it, you won't be able to partake in this devil system, man. Okay. So a lot of these people, they're not going to be willing to lose their job. Okay. They're not going to be willing to have their babies out, you know, on the streets, you know, cold, no food, you know, for an extended period of time. Okay. A lot of these people, they're not looking to be patient. Okay. And like I was going into, patience going into suffering, man. Okay. A lot of these people don't want to suffer, man. Okay. So the moment that this dollar collapse, okay, and the CHIP, which is the MOTB, is made mandatory, these people are going to be lined up to take it. But like I just brought out in Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10, we know that the Lord will keep the elect from the hour of temptation. Okay, so the Lord is going to put the spirit on the elect to resist taking the CHIP, which is the MOTB. Okay, the scripture goes into it in Isaiah, the 65th chapter, about how my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Lord, will we be a part of that number? We call ourselves the hopeful elect. We understand that we're going to eat, man. Okay, we know that the Lord is going to take care of us, man. Okay, so we don't have anything to worry about when this CHIP, which is the MOTB, is made mandatory, as long as we continue to do what's required of us, man, and continuing to do the things that's pleasing to the Lord, man. Okay? So with that said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the elect, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Chakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.